Good day everyone. So today in this video, we're going to solve a word problem using Kendall's coefficient of concordance denoted as W. So for the word problem, here is the researcher, Miss Ramos, a grade 9 mathematics coordinator, and for our objectives to determine the level of agreement among four math teachers, which is the teachers A, B, C, and D, who are ranking as the top 6 finalists in the Math Quiz B oral round. So Ms. Ramos wants to ensure that the final ranking is not the result of one biased judge, but rather a consensus among all four experts. The agreement which is the W, is high, so the department can be confidently award the trophies. And here is the table for our rankings. So in the first step of solving our problem is to calculate the mean sum of rank. So for our formula is like this. Over n. So looking back in our table, we're going to substitute our sum in this part. So for the sum is equal to 5 plus 8 plus 13 plus 14 plus 21 plus 23. And for our n, which is the number of our finalists, which is 6. Now if we add this, all of it, 5 plus 8 plus 13 plus 14 plus 21 and 23, we come up to 84. Copy the denominator, which is 6, and 84 divided by 6 is equal to 14. So we are done with our step 1. And for our step 2 is we're going to calculate the S, or the sum of squared division. Just like that. Now in our second step is our answer, or our final answer in the step 1, which is the 14, is we're going to subtract 14 in all of this number in here, and we're going to square it. So copy this, or if you follow me, so this is 5 minus 14 squared. So 5 minus 14 is equal to 9 squared. And if we squared 9, which is 81. Next, 8 minus 14 squared is equal to 8 minus 14 is equal to 6. And if we squared 6, we're going, or the answer is 36. Next is 13. So 13 minus 14 squared is equal to 13 minus 14 is equal to negative 1. And if we squared negative 1, I'm sorry, this is all negative, and if we squared negative 1, the answer is 1. And this one right here is 14 minus 14 squared is equal to 14 minus 14 is basically 0. And if we squared 0, the answer is 0. So second to the last, which is 21 minus 14 squared. So 21 minus 14 is equal to 7. Then copy the square, and then 7 squared is equal to 49. And lastly, 23 minus 14 squared is equal to 9 squared. And 9 squared is equal to 81. So if we total all this together, so this here 81 plus 36, or let's write in the back space, so 81 plus 36 plus, I think it's 1 plus 0 plus 49 plus 81, which is here. So the total of it, if we add that together, the sum is 248. Now for the next step, which is the third step. For the third step is we're going to substitute this in our formula. So for our formula, we have here the W is equal to 12s, this is s, all over m squared times n cubed minus n. So for our W, we have here, let's copy the 12, and for the s is the total number of this one. So let's 12 times 248 all over. So for the m is the as you can notice in our table, we have number of teacher that gave the rank. So for our m, which is the number of teacher that gave the rank, which is 4 squared, and for n is the number of student, which is 6, and then copy the cube minus n, which is also 6. Now 12 times 248, that's total our if we multiply this one, we come up to our product, which is 2976 all over 4 squared, which is 16, times 6 cubed, which is 46, minus 6. Now 2900, that's what equal 2976 all over 16 times 210, which is 2976 all over 3360. So if we divide that, we have here our W is approximately 0.86. So that is our correct. So for for our Kendall correlation of concordant is approximately 0.86. So we have a very high coefficient. So having a high coefficient concordance doesn't necessarily mean that it is statistically significant. So to determine that it is if it is statistically significant, we're going to use chi-square. So in using chi-square, we have a formula right here. So in chi-square, we have x squared is equal to m times n minus 1 times the W. So we're going to plot our answers in this formula. So x squared is equal to, for our m, which is we known a while ago, 4, and for our n is 6, minus 1 times for our W, which is 0.86. Now we're going to compute. So 4 times 6 minus 1, which is 5, times 0.86. 4 times 5 is equal to 20 times 0.86. And then 20 times 0.86 is approximately 17.2. So that is all for our video for today. I hope you learned something, and see you in our next video.